This past November, a month ago, there was 11 police officers killed in the line of duty in the United States. That brings 116 police officers lost their lives while serving the citizens of our country. Saturday night, we almost lost some other deputies. Roger Hale tried to kill Richland County deputies. Fortunately for us, his gunshots missed the deputies. This incident began about 8 o'clock. We received a 911 call, meet someone on Faraway Drive. It turned out to be this was Roger Hale's daughter and her children. She told us that her father was acting very strange, that he's hitting himself in the head. She felt like that he was a danger, that he was either impaired by alcohol and or drugs. Deputies attempted to talk with him, but not any success whatsoever. He's very belligerent. Inside the house was his mother also. Deputies were back outside when they were talking to Roger Hill's daughter when they heard a gunshot from inside the house. At that time, they got him out of the way. They tried to establish a dialogue with Mr. Hale and also with his mother. She would come to the door, but she would not come out of the doorway. She kept looking back at herself, back behind her. The deputies felt like that she was in danger, that she was being forced to stay in the house. We put 3 deputies behind the house, and we had deputies in front of the house. Had a perimeter set up. Called in our special response team and negotiators, but deputies on the scene was trying to talk with him while waiting for everybody else to get there. At some point, he went on the back porch. While he was on the back porch, the deputies that were stationed behind the house put a flashlight on him, gave him directions. He had a pistol in his hand. When they put the flashlight on him, he took a Taurus 9mm pistol and pointed at the deputies that had a red laser sight, which they could see. And they moved the gun and pointed at them, and he fired at them. At that point, 3 of our deputies fired back at Roger Hale and struck him. Deputies involved in the shooting were Sergeant Chris Potter, who's been with the Sheriff's Department for 18 years, Master Deputy Garrett Owens, who's been with us for 4 years, and Deputy Kevin Coggan, who's been with us for 18 months. Mr. Hale has a very lengthy record, going all the way back to 1976, where he has numerous felony arrests. Locally, he has lots of arrests that include fraudulent checks, drug and alcohol arrests, CDV arrests, assault arrests. He's prohibited by law to having a firearm. So the pistol that he had was stolen in West Columbia in 2012. So not only did he have a stolen weapon, he wasn't supposed to have any guns whatsoever. He is currently in critical condition at the hospital. Once he is released from the hospital, he's going to be charged with numerous crimes, including 2 counts of attempted murder on the deputies, aggravated assault, receiving stolen goods, and weapon violations. Very serious incident on Saturday night that could have resulted in the death of our deputies. Fortunately, again, for us, that he missed. I guess it really comes down to something very simple. Roger Hill shot at our deputies and tried to kill them. He missed. We returned fire and we didn't miss. And we were able to neutralize him and rescue his mother from inside the house and prevent him from causing any more harm or injury to anybody else. No neighbors were in jeopardy at all. We were able to evacuate people in the surrounding houses, so we had the scene very secure before he came outside and started shooting at us. Our deputies directed their fire solely at him. They were able to neutralize him and put him down. It was pretty cut and dry. There were some allegations from family members that he was involved in the Ku Klux Klan. We called FBI in to assist us with that and kind of follow up on that, and also assist us on bringing federal charges against him in reference to having firearms. It's a federal violation that he can be charged with. There'll be additional time until the state time. Again, we were very lucky Saturday night that we didn't have more police officers killed. We've lost 2 recently in the Columbia area, and hopefully we don't ever have any more again. But it's very dangerous out there. We have dangerous people who will not hesitate to try to take the life of a law enforcement officer. And we saw that Saturday night. Roger Hill did not hesitate 1 minute, pointing that gun with that laser and trying to kill those deputies. Again, we're very fortunate that he missed. The deputies recall one bullet landing right in between the two deputies before they returned fire, so feeling very lucky. Questions?
Do you know how many shots Hale fired and also how many shots your deputies fired?
No, it's not at that point. We're still investigating that and getting that. His gun carried at least 12 bullets. There was 5 bullets remaining in his pistol. His gun actually jammed. And I think that's what prevented him from firing more. Our deputies fired a patrol rifle, and the other 2 deputies had shotguns. So I can't tell you at this point how many times, but we fired multiple times. He fired at us multiple times, and we fired back at him multiple times until he went down. Once he went down, we stopped firing.
And why are there just 2 pending counts of attempted murder that involve 3 of the deputies?
Because 2 of them was at one place and one another place, and he actually fired at these 2 deputies over here. That's the attempted murder. The aggravated assault is on the other 3rd deputy. You know, when we set up a perimeter, you want to have the corners covered so you can see the back of the house and the sides of the house. They positioned themselves very good. They were had stuff in front of them that could have protected them, but they did a very good job. And this was our regular patrol deputies. Our special response team had just arrived in the process of relieving them and had not got that point when Hale came outside. So our deputies are trained for active shooter training. I think that's very important. What we've seen that's been happening in California and other places, the deputies have to respond. They can't just sit back and wait, you know, till the cavalry comes in or the SWAT team comes in. They have to take action, and that's what they did Saturday night. They established a very good perimeter, had the scene controlled as best they can, and when he came out and forced them to shoot, they did shoot, and they directed their fire just at him.
Are the deputies still currently working during this investigation, or what is their status?
Well, they're continuing to be on a payroll and still be considered a deputy. This is a very emotional time for them. Mental trauma to them to be shot at and then actually have to shoot your gun. So we're addressing that. We've got period debriefings we're doing with them. We've got a few other things we're doing to address their mental situation, and you know, eventually they'll be back to full duty. But they're considered on duty. We don't put them on administrative duty. We take care of them. And we'll do what we can. We want to make sure we don't lose our deputies over situations like this. Again, this is not something anybody goes out and looks for to be shot at or have to shoot someone. And we know that it's a traumatic experience for them, so we're going to address those needs to make sure we take care of them.
And you said the FBI is looking into the possible federal weapons charges?
Yeah, we're going to ask the federal authorities to look at that and see what charges.
How does the KKK aspect fit into it? What possible charges could...
Well, we don't know. That was just told us by a family member. So we want to make sure that that's fully investigated. So we just asked the FBI to come in and look at that for any type of connections that he may have with that. You know, with things that are going on in the world today, we just want to make sure we cover all our bases and that we don't leave anything not investigated or not covered. And then, you know, worry about it later and say, oh my God, why didn't we do that? So we're doing everything.
That was my question.
Was it ever confirmed if he had drugs or alcohol in the system at the time?
Don't know at this point. He's still being treated for his gunshot wounds. Okay.
Thank you.